Operation Confrontation. Wait, you're not Blaster.
뭐라고? 나는 철거운 도시의 Carbot Blaster다.
Translating. Searching. I should have searched for Autobot Blaster. I can see you are Carbot Blaster. Hello, Carbots inferior. Transformers superior.
Would you just leave me alone already? Spiral air gun! Hello, this is KR Brickbot, and I'll be taking a look at Starblaster from Sonokong. It was first released in January 2017, and its retail price is about 90,000 Korean won. I don't have the box for Starblaster, but it is the same size as ProudZ's box. And here are some bios and approximated tech specs for Blaster and Starby. First look at Starby here. So Starby is this medium-sized bulldozer in this nice shade of green here. This is not exactly the most realistic bulldozer because it has a cabin that's in the front rather than the back, and it has unusually long arms for the blade for a bulldozer. It's all because of the transformation. Okay, but there are some nice details here, like such as these sides here, which are painted green, and these nicely molded caterpillar tracks, and like most tread toys, have these little wheels to help it roll along. And as for the blade, so it doesn't have any lip on the bottom, so this is more for pushing rather than lifting. And there's the molded Hello Carbot insignia here, although it is silver in the cartoon. And speaking of which, one little issue I have with this is that underneath there's this head sticking out right here that's a bit of an eyesore. In the cartoon, you can't actually see the head, so I do wish they would have designed a way for this head to fold back into the bulldozer so you don't have this rather ugly looking thing here. Okay, although it's not an advertised feature, you can flip these caterpillar beam lasers out, which is used for the Starblaster combiner mode. But if you want, you can give Starby some offensive lasers. Okay, now for some size comparisons with Starby. So here is Generations G2 Deluxe Jazz. And then Beast Wars 2nd Auto Crasher. And Generation Scoop. Yes, Scoop is an awfully tiny little loader. And here's Combiner Wars Bone Crusher. So Starby is a good scale between a Deluxe and Voyager Transformer toy. Now let's take a look at Blaster here, not to be confused with Autobot Blaster. So Blaster is this big blue drill tank, although not the traditional drill tank, as it has these front wheels in the front, redundant, and these molded treads in the back, and these tiny little rolling wheels. Okay, and then on the sides there's these big yellow axes with the Carbot symbol in the middle. And then on the top there are these nicely silver chrome drills, which you can turn like this. Okay, although I do wish there would have been a feature where these could be push buttons, and as you push them, these would spin. So it would have been a bit more expensive engineering, but it would have been a really nice feature to just push and spin instead of just having to turn it like this. And he has this yellow horn in the front, which frankly, in my opinion, I don't think it exactly looks that good and doesn't seem exactly practical. So if you want, you can just leave it off, or you could clip it on the side here, but that looks a little bit more silly. As for size comparisons, here's Generation's Armada Megatron. So Blaster is a good leader-sized class robot. Well, technically not robot, since he doesn't have an individual robot mode. And unlike Zesty and this out-of-scale, oversized Proud here, I believe Starby and Blaster are correctly scaled, which is very nice. Okay, now let's transform Starby into robot mode. Okay, so first you unclip these from the side and then turn these legs 180 degrees. You might have to extend this, and then fold these in, and make sure to tab it into here, and then here, and then pull out the arms, and then turn the head if it was 180 degrees. Again, that's it. That's Starby in her robot mode. Okay, let's look at the details on Starby here. So you can see there's lots of blue and yellow painted details. And as for the head sculpt, it has these fins here with these yellow painted details on this helmet-like head, with its painted yellow eyes, a silver face, and a perpetual frown. And the face doesn't exactly look that feminine. As for the chest, there's this center circle and these tabs for clipping onto the back of Proud. And she has these rather thick lower legs. And these small feminine looking arms. And another eyesore in robot mode is these big tabs that hold these together. So, and her blade sticks out quite a bit above her head. And in story, she uses this blade like a shade to protect her lovely skin from the sun. Now for articulation. Her head can go 360. There are no bicep swivels, and her shoulders have limited ball socket articulation because there are no notches whatsoever that can extend beyond these. although you can move these back. She has a 90-degree bend at each elbow. And no wrist articulation. She does have these molded partially open hands, but I do wish these were 5mm holes. As for the legs, no thigh articulation, very limited hip ball socket articulation. The leg can go back that much, forward that much, and do the splits that much. And her knees can go that much and backwards that much. And as for the blade, you can, if you want, you can fold it back like this. Or you can put it right in front of her face. Okay, now for some size comparisons. Here's Beast War's second Auto Crusher. Generation Scoop. Generations G2 Jazz. And Combiner Wars Bone Crusher. So, not counting the height of the blade, she is a rather nice, large, tall, deluxe class size transformer. Alright, let's transform Blaster so we can combine it with Starby to form Starblaster. Okay, first you remove the horns. Okay, then you flip this out, and you have to be careful here because this can easily detach, just like that. Okay, just put that back on, then fold out the legs, fold out the feet, split these open, and then clip the horns into these tabs here. Okay, and like Proud, Blaster can technically function in this mode, but yeah. Now you fold the arms back in. Fold these out. Fold out the caterpillar beam lasers. Turn these 90 degrees. And then put the blade here like this. Fold this part out. Fold out the blaster's head. And then you detach this. Put that in there. Put these into these loose tabs here, and then clip it back on. Now you have Starblaster in his robot mode. So Starblaster is a rather nice, solid-looking robot here. Some details such as these large shoulders and these axes. And for the legs, you can see there's more silver and yellow details painted here. So let's look at the head here. Yes, it is a nice head for Blaster here with this large nose, yellow eyes, and again, a perpetual frown. and this silver crest. And then, of course, he has these overhead caterpillar beam lasers, although another issue I have with this is that the hinges here are a little loose, so it can be easily nudged. And if you want to get those out of the way, you could turn these and extend them and then turn them back. Although that does look a little bit odd. And note that you can only slide these in and out at these 180 angles. You can't pull it out. You can't push it in or out at a 90-degree angle. Okay, as for articulation, Starblaster has this 360 head swivel. No bicep swivels, unfortunately. 360 rotation at the shoulders. He has 90-degree elbow bend, and it can go out for that much. And he has these open molded hands that are screwed in like this. As for the legs, there are no thigh swivels. He has the elbow bend, knee bend, and the foot can go out that much due to transformation. Okay, that bit is for combining. Yes, so pretty limited articulation for a rather large pod. As I mentioned earlier, a major issue with this is stability issues, because this can easily detach due to the fact that Blaster splits into 4 pieces to combine with Proud, at the cost of stability. So this piece holds the upper half together, but if you detach that, he can just fall apart all like that. Okay, now for some size comparisons. Here's Generations Armada Megatron. Hello Carbot Zetrin. And Unite Warriors Bruticus. So, like Proud, he stands a head taller than a Combiner Wars Combiner. So, would I recommend this? On the one hand, it's not the best toy for rough play by kids due to the fact that it can come apart easily, and the vehicle modes are not the most unique. But on the other hand, if you're considering only getting one or the other for Proud Zet or Starblaster, the aesthetics and the size accuracy may weigh it more toward this, unless you really want a Hummer rather than a bulldozer. So whether you want to buy this new for 90,000 Korean won or over $100 overseas, or whether you want to, if you're living in Korea, you want to get it cheap on a used listing website, it's all a matter of preference. Okay, that's it for this review. Be sure to let me know what you think in the comments, and let me know what else would you like for me to review in the future. And be sure to like and subscribe.